So what we have stated in the letter that on the whole, we have greatly appreciated the revolutionary reforms which the GST Council has undertaken. And we do believe that this set of reforms is indeed very useful and beneficial to the common man and the middle class. However, as far as the apparel industry is concerned, or garments as it is more commonly known, they have put a price cap of rupees 2,500, below which the garments would be available at 5% GST, whereas above 2,500 they would be levied with 18% GST. Now, that is something that we have objected to, not just the placing of a basic necessity product like garments in the 18% category, which equates it to a mobile phone, which equates it to a refrigerator, to an air conditioner, and so on, such kind of luxury products. And but also the fact that if at all they wanted to maintain a kind of a price gap between a common man's usage and a luxury product, 2,500 rupees hardly seems to be a relevant or the appropriate price point. Because today, as every common man would agree, hardly any good quality garment is available below 2,500 rupees. If you take the entire woolen segments, your sweaters, your jackets, your hoodies, none of these would be costing below 2,500 rupees. I'm not referring to the very slipshod quality goods available maybe on the streets or low quality stores, but a regular good quality product would not be available. Secondly, if you look at the ethnic wear, you look at your ghagra cholis, your festive wear. These are all which are priced anywhere between 5,000 to 15,000 or even 20,000 rupees, which again would be an entire segment of the industry which would be affected. Thirdly, we have pointed out that the wedding apparels, every parent would like to dress his or her daughter or son in the best possible manner on that most important day in their lives. And that to charge 18% on such a product, which is bought perhaps once in a year with his life savings and so on, I thought that that would be very unfair and inappropriate for the government. And lastly, we have pointed out that traditionally the textile industry has been prone to be part of the informal sector, where billing was either not done or it was under invoiced. After GST was introduced, with a lot of hard work and effort, both from the government side as well as the industry associations, we have managed to bring a large portion, almost the entire segment of textile industry, in the formal sector. With this kind of a price difference between 0% in the gray market and 18% in the formal market, there will be a tendency to switch back to the informal sector, which is not going to benefit either the industry or the government. And these are some of the issues that we have pointed out to the Honorable Prime Minister. And also there are some, contradictory sort of situations that are likely to emerge. For example, a sari is not considered a ready-made garment. It is considered a textile. So even if you buy a 1 lakh rupee sari, it will attract 5% GST. But if you buy a 5,000 rupee shirt, it will attract 18%. There seems to be a complete disconnect as far as this is concerned. So this is why what we are saying is that ideally speaking, we should have the entire price range of garments at the 5% level, because mind you, right from fiber on to garments up to 2,500 rupees, the entire value chain is at 5%. It is only this small segment of 2,500 and above which is being taxed at 18%. So this is something that we have pointed out to the Honorable Prime Minister and the Finance Minister, and we would sincerely request them to review this particular decision. Either keep the entire value chain at 5% or significantly increase the price level of 2,500 rupees to a much more reasonable level. We can only arrive at one possible conclusion, which even as I speak, I feel it is a rather weak explanation. But the fact that the government may have considered that the common man, the middle class, does not buy apparel over and above 2,500 rupees. And their entire purchasing is below 2,500 rupees. That's the only possible explanation that can be given. Because as you correctly said, and as we have pointed out, almost every, even luxury products, the rates have come down. No doubt not at 5%, but from say 28 to 18%. And therefore there is no logical reason for this segment of the textile value chain, especially when earlier the fiber was taxed at 18%, the yarn was taxed at 12%, and garments were taxed at 5%. Now, when they have tried to bring the entire value chain at one rate, which is 5%, and which is what it should be, how does it, explain this segment of garments being placed at 18%? This is something that it was 12%, as you know, before. And from 12%, it has now gone to 18%. So this is one of the rare products in the entire value chain, not just textiles, but almost all industries, where the GST rates have actually gone up. From what we understand, almost every local, regional trade body, especially dealing with garments, have represented to the government. Some have represented to their respective state finance ministers. Some have represented it to the finance minister or PMO directly. Some have represented to the GST council members. So I think this is an all India movement. You see, CMAI is considered to be a kind of a father body for all associations. And they all look up to CMAI to take the lead, which is what we have done. But each and every one of the associations have represented at some level or the other that this is a anomaly which should be corrected. Only one point that we would like to put across, that we as an industry and as an association sincerely appreciate the Prime Minister, the Finance Minister, and the GST Council for the amazing reforms that they have done. But for some reason, they seem to have slipped up on this, and we, with folded hands, request them to reconsider this move, because otherwise, for almost 30% of our industry, this is going to be a serious blow, and particularly coming at the time where the US tariff war is going on and already the export sector is in a turmoil.